I just recorded like 25 minutes of a bomb video and I forgot to press record. So here we are again, for you the first time. I'm on day 25 of a juice fast. What came out of me this morning shocked me. Like the craziest thing that has left my body yet. I've been vegan for about 5 years. And even before that, I didn't eat that. I ate clean according to the Western diet. Meal prepped all my foods, big into bodybuilding, always cared deeply about my health. Always, always, always health was like a big number one in my life. And I did a juice fast, 22-day juice fast a year ago in January. And when I did, I cleared over 20 feet of mucoid plaque from my body. Parasites, I've done many different tinctures, and I regularly do my own tincture that I include in my detox protocol, my juice detox protocol, all the recipe and the instructions. And I do that intermittently. I did that intermittently throughout the entire summer last summer, while also pretty much only eating fruits, just intuitively what my body was wanting and needing. And the last 2 years, it's been 90% raw vegan, most of that food being for just fruits, not really wanting anything else, not really feeling good with anything else, really tuning in and noticing how my body would feel really bogged down when I ate cooked food, and how vital I felt, how much energy I had, how much clarity I had when I was eating mostly fruits and just raw foods. And just noticing the differences and just listening to what felt good, what my body was saying, even though it was going against, what the world tells you your body needs, and what my mind still believed, especially when I went vegan, how much stories my mind came up with. Like it was freaking out, you're gonna get sick without protein and blah, blah, blah. Like so many BS stories of what we've been told our body needs. But this body knows. Our bodies know what it needs. It will be drawn to the foods that it needs. But you have to clean the body first, because there's parasites and all these entities living within the body. Like what I just released this morning, which I'm going to provide pictures for so you can see. It's nothing short of something fucking entity-ish, demonic, parasitic being. Like last year, I released like 20 some feet of plaque, but nothing looked like this. This looks like a serpent. Like this looks like a being, a dead being. And it smelled like dead flesh. Like it smelled like a dead animal. And I'm sorry if that's too much information, but just that's the reality of what's inside of us. I don't care how clean you've been eating your whole life or how healthy you think you are. That shit is inside you. And part of this journey of reclamation of our bodies, sovereignty of our bodies, of these vessels, of these temples, is cleaning the body. It's the most important thing you can do, because everything follows suit. When you clean the body, you're not just cleaning the physical body, you're cleaning the cellular memory. And I know this from experience. I talk about all of this so passionately because it's the journey I've been on for the last couple of years. It's the shifts I'm seeing within myself. Less psychic interference, more clarity, less paranoia, less anxiety, less depression. That's slowly just being eradicated from my life as I eradicate these entity feeling beings from the body, which are the parasites. And the clearer my reality gets, the clearer my vision of life gets, the clearer I can see the world clearly without distortions. Because we aren't seeing the world clearly, because we are still looking through the distorted lens. The programming, the conditioning, the ancestral karmic stuff. When we clean the body, we are clearing the cellular memory. We are clearing the ancestral lines, the lineages. We are breaking generational curses. This is so much deeper than just clearing the physical body. So much deeper. But also, the physical body is the key. The physical body is where the energy comes in, where the prana flows through. The physical energy is where we anchor in heaven on earth. We anchor in the light through the bodies. We are the bridge. We are the rainbow bridge of prophecy. This is the work we came here to do. And we have to prioritize this vessel as the Divine Mother, as the Divine Father. How we treat the body, how we think, how we feel, how we act, all as a devotion through this body, through this vessel to God, Goddess. What we put in our body matters. We have to clean the body. And yeah, like I just can't even put into words how much I've transformed through these last couple years, through these cleanses. How much releases from my field energetically. You know, there's days where it's really hard. It feels like it is nothing short of a spiritual battle, clearing your body. It is nothing short of a spiritual battle. It is spiritual warfare to clear your physical vessel. It is. It is. Yesterday, you know, the last couple days, you know, I did that fast, and then in the winter again, I did an 11-day juice fast. And then I did, you know, about a month after that, I did 11 days of just eating watermelon. And then I was called back in as I've been guiding clients through it. It's been re-inspiring me, but also my body was like, you have to go back in. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, can I wait a little bit longer? But it was like, no, you gotta go back in. So I'm day 25, and I didn't have a day set when I started. I was just like, hey, maybe it's just a couple days, 3 to 5 days. I actually only thought it was going to be a 5-day juice fast when I started. And then I kept going. My body's feeling good. I kept going. And then, you know, I was getting close to day 20, and I just got the intuitive message, you're going to day 30. And who knows, maybe I may extend that. You know, it feels like, you know, that personal trainer where they're like, one more, and then you do one more, and they're like, gotcha, one more. It might be that. It's kind of felt like that since the beginning this time. And, you know, I'm here for it because it's making it easier, because I'm like, hey, you know, one day at a time. When it feels done, I'm done. It doesn't feel as much pressure as sometimes as it does. So yeah, anyways, day 25 today, and the last couple of days have been really tough, and there's been a lot of psychic stuff in the psychic field that I've really been battling with as well, and noticing, you know, there's been a lot of energies trying to get in, a lot of psychic interference, a lot of shadow, and just stuff that I've been working through, and yeah, it's been intense. It's been an intense fast this time, mostly in the energetics, what's been coming up through the energetics. And, you know, when you do a fast like this, it is kind of like being in a medicine journey, you know, if you've never done medicine, but it's like a ceremony, you know, you're in a month-long ceremony, however long you're in that experience, everything that comes into your reality becomes part of it. You know, the triggers that happen, the people that come into your reality come in at the perfect time to reflect what needs to be reflected, to support in what's being released in this juice fast. And that's always in our life. Things are always coming in perfectly. Life is a ceremony. But when you do a juice fast, it becomes amplified, because now you're in like backwash mode, and you're cleansing and clearing out all the junk, all the parasites, all the attachments, all the old identities, all the ancestral stuff, all the karmic stuff. You're literally clearing. And when you're in that process of clearing, the outer world comes in to reflect what you're clearing in the energetic. And it helps bring light to certain things that are being cleared within. So it helps you to detach in areas where you still have chains, where you still have attachments, where you still have aspects of yourself stuck in certain timelines and certain versions of yourself, whether that be childhood or wounding or whatever it is. Your external reality begins to mirror that. anyways, so the last couple of days were really tough. And yesterday I was like, I got the stuff, the grapes and the watermelons and the stuff to make juice again. And I was like, hey, when the juice is done, like when I'm done the last couple days, I'm just going to end it. And last night I was really getting close, and I was really tired, and yeah, I just wanted to eat. I was tired of just, I feel good. I have energy. I'm dealing with a lot, for sure, working through a lot of energies, but overall, physically, other than being a little physically tired because I've been needing more rest, but I've been doing a lot. I haven't been listening so much to my body as much with how much rest it needs and how much solitude it needs right now as it's moving through all of this. But anyways, I was close to wrapping, throwing in the towel last night. And this morning I had a release, and it's nothing short of its own like entity, literally. Like it literally looks like a dead serpent, like a dead snake, a dead dragon, more like a serpent, like octopus energy, and smelt like dead flesh. Like, sure, I've cleared a lot from my body. I even did a lot of coffee enemas over the summer, and every time I do a coffee enema, I'd wake up the next morning and, I'd do a coffee enema in the morning, and then the next morning I would release like a couple 6 to 8 inch intestinal worms, and I've released a lot of them over the last year. And sure, there's parasites of different kinds. I've released a lot of mucoid plaque, but what I released this morning was nothing like anything that I've ever released before, and didn't feel anything close to what I've released before. This time I released it, and I looked in it, I picked it up, and I was like, I could just feel I released something big. I didn't know what I released, but I was like, whoa, something feels big. And I scooped it up this time out of the toilet, and I was just like, that's a being. That's a dead being. I don't know what this is, but it's a dead being, and it feels nothing short of entity, demonic, something. So I had to take pictures, obviously, and I pulled it all out, and then, I finished my juice, and then like within 20 minutes again, and then I had even a bigger amount, and I took that out and took pictures as well, which it's all going to be posted below and you can see it all. But the stuff is in our bodies, and I just can't believe that after all of this time, after all of this cleansing, after all of this like eating really clean, that this stuff is still in the body. And the lightness that comes with that release, like I released it and it was just like such a strong clearing from my field, such a relief from my field. Like I felt joy right away. Like after releasing it, I was like in the shock of like, what actually just left me right now, to then going into just like a bliss spread over my body of like, oh my God, like a relief that kind of came in, like space was just made in my body. A deep, dark heaviness just left my body. Yeah, it's so crazy. I'm just so grateful for these life force energies, prana, for the fruits that are healing, for the raw fruits and vegetables that we have access to, that we're blessed to have access to. And it's a choice. Every time I decide that I'm worthy of the investment in myself, even though most people are spending way more money on ridiculous stuff, and even food that is actually poisoning their bodies, alcohol that is poisoning their bodies, cigarettes, whatever. Even if you eat a pretty clean diet, you're still probably spending more money on food than you would on a juice fast. And what's the best thing you can do for yourself? Like, it's the best investment you can possibly make is in your body. So what are we doing? Why aren't we choosing our bodies? What could be more worth your health, your clarity, your sovereignty, your joy, your light? What is more important than that? What a better investment. And every time I choose myself in such a deep way like this, quantum leaping, massive shifts, massive upgrades in my life, massive purging in my life. The people that come in, the people that be naturally released to reflect my new inner reality, my new inner frequency. The lighter we become, the more density we clear from the physical bodies, the faster our molecules vibrate, the higher our frequency, the less stuff sticks, the less shadow, the less psychic interference. It's all tied in. And every time I do a big leap of choosing myself and being like, no, I'm worthy of this, somehow the money's going to figure itself out. This is the investment I need to make in myself. You just keep trusting. Life meets me. God, Goddess, divine, whatever you want to call it, meets me halfway and says, yes, we're going to support you. Yes, yes, keep doing this. Yes, yes, yes. And I keep going because I keep getting that yes and that confirmation from life that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm on the right path. So just I urge you all, like, to start caring about what you put in your body. To start loving your body as God, as Goddess. This is your access point to God, to the divine. Deepen your connection with your body, with yourself. Love your body. Love yourself. That's the key. Those are the codes. That is the doorway to heaven. That is the doorway to the divine. It's within you. Everything you think, everything you do to your body is a direct act to God, Goddess, to the divine, to humanity. This is your thing to love into wholeness. If this is your direct access point into loving the world, your direct access point into loving God, Goddess, how would you treat it? What would be the offerings that you would bring it? If this was God, Goddess, your body, God, Goddess, what would you lay at the feet of the divine to consume? What would your offerings be? And why aren't those offerings worthy of the divine? And why don't you feel worthy of such offerings? Because you are. Because you are all of it. You are all of humanity. You are the divine in human form. You are just one aspect, one expression of it. And your service and your devotion to humanity is through your own vessel. A broken vessel cannot pour into other vessels. A depleted vessel cannot pour into other vessels. How you feel is number one. The better you feel, the more you are in service to others, because you are others. No more of this self-sacrifice and self-abandoning for the other, because the other is you and you are the other. So if you're not loving yourself and you're not loving your vessel and you're not taking care of yourself, you are causing harm to the whole. It is not in service to the whole. Self-sacrifice is not devotion. Devotion is through us. It starts first here and then goes outward. It's the overflowing cup. Comes from within, pour into yourself, heal, love, devote to yourself as the divine, as God, Goddess, pours out, overfills, ripples through the world, ripples through the collective field, through the collective consciousness. It rewrites the story. It changes the blueprint. It creates the energetic pathway for others to follow, for others to upgrade into. Because as we raise our frequency of our body, it raises the whole collective consciousness, the whole collective field. And then we gain more access to higher levels of consciousness, of remembrance, of codes, of information, of memories, of who we actually are, why we're actually here. It goes so much deeper. Like, I could keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going into all the different layers, across all timelines, all dimensions. Every choice you make ripples. In this now, all there is now. All happening simultaneously now. All lifetimes, all dimensions, everything, all aspects of you. All bang in this one moment. In this one here and now. So here and now is all that matters. How you choose to spend this here and now. How you choose to be present with this here and now matters. What you choose to put in your body in this here and now matters. How you treat others in this here and now matters. How you treat and speak to yourself in this here and now matters. Here and now matters. Not, I need to save for this thing and that thing and this thing. Sure, you know, save money or whatever, but like, don't live for tomorrow. If your body needs support now, give it support now. Don't wait till there's more money. No, if you need, what do you need now? Give that to you now. Don't wait for a day that may never come, for a day that doesn't even exist. What is real now? What is active now? What are you being asked to do now? And just be with that every day. To start a new day as a new life. How may I serve? How may I serve? Divine Mother, Divine Father, how may I serve? Through myself. And that may just look like resting and being in solitude and taking care of your body. That is service. That is devotion to the whole. And that may look like doing a juice fast. That may look like smiling at a stranger. That may look like being kind to someone you don't want to be kind to. There's endless ways of how devotion shows up. But it starts here. It starts with listening. And what helps in listening is cleaning the vessel. Strengthening that connection to ourselves. Clearing the stories. Clearing the illusions. Clearing the distortions. Clearing the densities. Anyways, I'm going to post a picture of all of the wacky shit that left my body this morning. And yeah, see how the next 5 days go. See if I do end it in 30 days. We'll see if there's anything still coming out, and just trust intuitively my body of when it knows it's done. Anyways, that's what I have to share for today. If any of you are interested in learning more about my Juice Fast protocol, again, you can do all the research yourself. You can figure it out and just do it. But if you do need extra support and are willing and able to invest in yourself, and you want support and guidance through this entire process in the physical and in the energetic, because I work with my clients in both as they're going through the process, to see where they're at, to feel where they're at, to energetically support them, psychically support them, to feel it all, to see where they're like, to just walk, literally hand in hand, walk them through this process. Yeah, so if you are interested in that, you can book a call below, and